Efforts will never be questioned. You are live here on Studios 2 TV with me, Sport Zlatan. Injury time, and today you're on same P. I see a bobo who na and may Kai Ghanaians say we shouldn't expect a miracle happening at the Afcon. It is very painful. You know, some people will say, I'm not having the country at heart. I'm not going to keep something that is going to give me heart attack at heart. The Blackstars, our football is just declining because of precarious decisions by our FE. I can't support. It is not only me. This is what all Ghanaians are calling for accountability. Ghanaians are yearning for trophy, not the monetary issues. Blackstars say call Afcon. Barely a month now for call Afcon. But there's fire already in the Blackstars about camp issues, where the Blackstars are going to camp. We shouldn't forget these are, this accumulates from our presidents. This is a country, our former FA, our former ministers, presidents, are very poor and bad. So you don't expect this country, the Blackstars, to go and perform in the miracle at the Afcon in Ivory Coast. When we were going for the Afcon in Cameroon, under Coach Milo just recently, a camp in Wakata. Bad precedent to learn from. Instead of us to change the dimension and everything, we shouldn't forget, before the Afcon in South Africa 2013, Satana Mombela, South Africa, snow, it was a freezing area. But we went for camping in Abu Dhabi. 10 days camping in Abu Dhabi. So these are what we call the bad precedent. It is as if there's no checks and balances in our football administrative areas. They just take decisions. They don't give a damn about what the country says. Or what sports journalists have been saying, they don't take anything from it. You are going to fight against your own colleagues. Who gets something from them? Who gets per diem from them so you can't say? And we are there and our football continues to rot. Our football continues to decline. There was no sense in it going to Abu Dhabi for camping before South Africa 2013. Ghana for kind. But it was sidelined. They didn't consider it. And $8.1 million. And I'm cost spending. What's happened in South Africa 2013? Afcon. Then they'll tell us that we Ghanaians should fast and pray for the team. Players are professional footballers who are coming to play. You expect us to fast and pray for them. Eka prayers and Israel, why do you woke up 100? But we are here. We always tickle ourselves and laugh. We have our sports people who have been, we mock them in crowd. We laugh at them. We can't compare these our people, whether they are competent or not, to other football administrators. We see countries around Ghana prospering. They are upgrading. They want to, find some good reasons at least. FIFA is giving you money. You don't misuse it. But we are in this country. We misuse our funds. We know, we see, but who watches the watchman? Before Ivory Coast, Afcon, Coach Chris Hughton, they will pitch camp in South Africa, and Ghanaians are talking. Yesterday, I went to the timeline and I saw something on the social media. I person me kind of Ghana phone in Amuti. Obi say, professional players play in snow, sunny areas, so people shouldn't make this look like a crime. My bro, it's a crime. Why do you want to camp in South Africa? Explain to me. Is it because you want to acclimatize to what? A freezing area. We are come to play the tournament, the major tournament in our continent, in Côte d'Ivoire, and you are, in the west part of Africa, and you are going to camp in the southern part of Africa. It makes no sense. Breathe sense into it for us to listen. Tell Ghanaians something we don't get. The lowest temperature over there in South Africa is the highest temperature in Ivory Coast. Someone will say there are no facilities in the country. Namibia, there are no facilities in our country, but Namibia are coming to Ghana to camp. So ask yourself, you see yourself as a big nation, you see yourself as a country that needs good facilities. You've been earning money from FIFA since 2016 to 2023 as we talk. $8.6 million now, come on, Saden Amodiaye. Then Amudi Tikanaye. Not even a Sakura Park. Pram Kona Koshe. Look at our sports stadium. Look at the state of our sports stadium now in the country. but we call ourselves a football nation. Put that one aside. We are going to a tournament where Ghanaians expect us to, get a trophy. The Afcon that we've been yearning for, the Afcon that we've been crying for over 41 years. The last time Ghana we won a trophy, we saw the Afcon was far away in Libya, Tripoli. Ni and wo. Who penya who tua who didn't symphony and wo. Instead of this to at least motivate you to take good decisions. We manage the Blackstars like a Sunday team, Sunday special team. We manage it as if say Ghana Blackstars, no, a Milo games. We can't compare ourselves to our neighboring countries anymore when it comes to football. They are progressing, they are doing something. Just recently, we saw what happened in Mali, Kabbalah, unveiling their own multi-purpose sports complex for their players to come there. What's happened to Ghana? 4 years ago, Honorable Isaac Asiama, then time sports minister, in Doma, this thing was in progress. A multi-purpose sports complex hosted about 300 facilities. A bit small for the about 300. You can come there. Then some our ministers said they are making this possible so that the national teams that we have, either the women's team or the men's team, can come there for any major tournament. 4 years ago, we've abandoned it. There's nobody checking on it. They didn't use it. Are you useless? We just misuse our funds. Our money are just, being washed down the lane, and we are just sitting there as a country. Nobody is going to talk. Our leaders are going to tell us that we are favorite for the Afcon. I am praying and I want you to understand that we are not favorite for the Afcon. We are not favorite for the Afcon. Even if we win the Afcon, it is going to take a miracle, and we can't. Don't sit as a Ghanaian and dream of Ghana winning the Afcon. Don't tell me that I don't have the country at heart. Every teacher will tell you that he prays for the brilliant student who enjoys class, a brilliant student who always impacts, who always, include himself in class lessons to pass examination, than the lackadaisical students, than those who don't study, those who live under bushes. When it is time for examination, they come back to class expecting to win, expecting to, qualify, expecting to, pass their examination. It is the same thing happening to our football. We don't do anything. We don't put anything in progress. We have a coach who is clueless about our team. After the World Cup, Ghana, the Blackstars have been still falling. The Blackstars is still limping. The Blackstars is fidgeting. We have nothing. Our history, the legacy that we had, is washing away. Our current Blackstar players are rewriting history with tears, and we are here thinking that we are favorites. Our coach makes call-ups as if their scouts don't even have Google on their phones. We are here as a country. We expect this team to go and perform. While other countries are doing their best, we are in this country. May come on, say yes, but our leaders are telling us clearly their actions, their decision is trying to tell us that it is sheer wickedness. Mismanaging, they are lacking managerial skills. There's no patriotism in what they are doing. They enjoy the monetary part much more than putting work in place for the Blackstars to perform, for the Blackstars to shine once again. Currently, we can't compare ourselves to our national teams. These are the countries that at first we were ahead of them, but now they are taking over. And at Ghana, we are still descending. We are on acceleration, but frankly speaking, we are not moving forward. We are just descending. We are going to the Afcon. Barely 1 month here, Afcon. Ask yourself, do any Ghanaian even know our first 11? Chris Hughton is still even checking, testing players and doing trials with the national team. He was part of the team at the Qatar World Cup. We expected him to keep going, to kickstart his work as the coach of the Blackstars, who already knows the DNA of our team, who already knows the first 11. But frankly speaking, Chris Hughton, with the CV of coaching Brighton and Hove Albion, has come to Ghanaians. We see nothing profitable on the pitch. Ghana Blackstars, we don't play any progressive football anymore. All we do is the left back to the right back, center back, goalkeeper, and we are just fumbling in our own defensive yard. Is this what we want as a nation? Bad decisions. Over 10 matches, we don't even still know our team. You can't compare this symbolic performances over the month to Algeria. You can't compare any of these our players to Morocco. No, we can't. So don't expect a miracle at the World Cup. I agree with that West Ham, the Hammers, the young fan Muhammad Kudus, we have to be kicked out of the tournament for Kudus to return. All the players deserve to go where they are loved and cherished, where they will play with fully concentration. When they come down to the Blackstars, they play with half concentration. When they come to the Blackstars, there's no passion. There is no technical handler on the touchline to tell Kudus, just touch the ball and go. Just look at the players around this guy in West Ham. You can't compare him. You can't compare the performance over there to the Blackstars. It is not only about Kudus. Against Mexico, against USA, Joseph Edu of Celta Vigo came here and he was injured. Such a useless game. Such a useless game that our coach didn't know what he was doing. You injured a player for Celta Vigo. We are going to the Afcon. Countries like Morocco, they already know their first 11. They've prepared for the tournament. They have vision. When Kwame Nkrumah said the black man is capable of, maintaining and also controlling his own affairs, Ghanaians, we were past. So why are we falling apart? Why are we disgracing ourselves? Say a football. Everything that we are doing, everything our leaders are doing, both players and coaches, is infradicted to our football. It is beneath our dignity. This is not the Ghana Blackstars that we want. This is not the kind of legacy, the heritage that they built. This is not the same thing that Samaja was enjoying himself, scoring goals, banging in there. We can't compare ourselves to them. Check Morocco. From last 2 years to the World Cup, they have a formidable side. You can talk of their goalkeeper, Yassine Bonu, consistent. You can talk of Naïf Agued. You can talk of Roman Saiz, Mazraoui, Hakimi. They have a compact team. They already know themselves. They are coming to the Afcon to perform. So you can expect something from them. They can boast of themselves that they are competitors. And they are also favorites to win the tournament. You go to Algeria. You see players like Sofiane Feghouli, consistent. You see Riyad Mahrez, Saïd Benrahma. Whenever he's back to the national team, he plays like a warrior. You see players like France Chabi. They have a consistent first 11 and they are coming as warriors. The Desert Foxes are rowing and they are coming to win the Afcon. You can talk of Senegal, Aliou Cisse being consistent. You can talk of Senegal, Aliou Cisse being consistent. You can talk of Sadio Mane, Edouard Mendy, Nempales Mendy, Crepin Diata, Sekou Kouyaté, Ndiaye, Koulibaly. Consistent. When some people go there, you o Blackstars no make us about first 11 who the Edmond Ado ebebo player cover 6 months, 9 months on kicking football on board any intense match. What dominating national team colors Edmond Ado. We don't know. Penyimu crowd for Edmond Ado back door now in Tennessee. I know the Lord is watching you. We are in the same group with Egypt. We can't compare ourselves to them. They already have a compatible side. They had Carlos Queiroz. Queiroz, after not being able to qualify for the World Cup, they sacked him. They brought in Gael El Hab. After 3 games, they sacked him. This shows how serious Egypt are. This shows how serious the nation and they are ready to, conquer Africa once again. They brought in Victorio Dapahinha and this coach is performing. This coach, over 13 games for them, 9 clean sheets. He was even able to beat Belgium. The Blackstars, we are here. After Mexico, they can say, oh, Chris Hughton, we are just tickling ourselves, thinking that there will be something. There's nothing good with the national team. I'm trying to tell you the truth. The Blackstars is suffering, and the players know it. At camp, they are not happy. They just come as professionals. Most of them love the social media hype and stuff. They don't put in their best for the national team. Some players don't play being patriotic. They play on the pitch like business people, not thinking about their parents in the house, watching the Blackstars with their hearts. Why do we play friendly matches? Then senior ball qualifiers to check the strength of our team to be ready for the Afcon. Other countries already know their first 11. The 50-man squad now Chris in the Bayern. Players who are newcomers who have not tested the national team are in the 50-man squad. So ask yourself, in case they made the cut to the 27-man squad for the Afcon. So ask yourself, in case these players make the cut to the Afcon, you are going to see different crop of players. The Ghanaians are going to sit behind their screens. And it is called test and trials. No question, shooting most of the players in the 50-man squad. If they make the cut, it is called test and trials. No kwakoye. For Sinamankwa firing day in and day out for Salzburg, one friend that for even qualifiers or friendly matches. But 50-man squad need you. What are you trying to tell us? Who call trials? Oh, Cote d'Ivoire. Michael Beidou firing every day, but you give Edmond Ado an automatic slot to be part of the national team. Being on the bench, not in the squad for Red Star Belgrade, a whole national team like Ghana, a population of 1 million, footballers included. We don't be out, now the Edmond Ado Diashim. And then 50-man squad, oh, say Michael Beidou be or else. Solomon Brandon Asante, Thomas Rada. This guy has been firing for last year to this year. Not even a friendly or a qualifier to check his performance. You know, every reasonable coach, every good coach will call the players before any tournament, months before the tournament, to just test their compatibility. How are they going to communicate? Because it is not easy to even pair two center backs from different clubs with different coaches and different ideologies. But we have over 8 players who are included in the current 50 provisional man squad. If they make the cut to the Afcon, Chris Hughton is going to do tests and trials. Based on this, may catch Ghana for say, don't expect anything from Chris Hughton. Don't expect any miracle from the players. The Blackstars, we are going to the Afcon. And we will come back, say there's nothing going to happen there. Even if we win the Afcon, see, I say you didn't work for it. You don't deserve the Afcon. The Blackstars, I agree with some of our legends who are saying that they are not the drought, the 41 year that we won the Afcon. We just say it. There's nothing on board that we won the Afcon. It's my earnest prayer that we will come back early. We have to regroup. We have to sit down and analyze. We have to let our people, people who are misbehaving with our teams, people who call players based on not their merits, but because I'm a darling boy, your friend of Puma, your friend of Puma. You are misbehaving with the national team. But you people want us to believe that we were a tournament contending team, we are a tournament winning team. No, Apontika going to mean Milo James, Blackstars, Bebobia, Kumakane, boys from Ombesemo. You are misbehaving with our fans. Over $8.6 million from 2016 to 2023. There's no use of it. Because you don't have good facilities, you live there that you are going to SA for camping. You decline a friendly call from Algeria, a country that is in the Afcon. Country and Kobema were better test. You want to go and play Botswana. Hey, you are joking. This country, Ghana, we will clap. We will clap. I'm trying to tell you that in our Afcon, you lose so much. I'll be very, very happy. Maybe say Egypt share, maybe Mozambique share, not Cape Verde share. No one will say no. If we are say one share or class, our counterparts, they will prosper and we will continue to decline if we don't change our mindset. This is injury time with Sports Zlatan. I tell you, you can show your comments. Share your ideas. You are a Ghanaian, talk. Let them listen to your voice. The voice of the people matters. Comment and share. And also subscribe to Studios 2 TV. Enjoy your festive season.